Big day for him and a big night last night for Ohio Governor John Kasich. He came out swinging against the outsider candidates, charging that they don't know how to do the job. One of those outsiders, Donald Trump, was ready for that, and he fired back. Here's the exchange.
First of all, John got lucky with a thing called fracking, okay? He hit oil. He got lucky with fracking. Believe me, that's why Ohio is doing well. And that's important for you to know. Number two, this is the man that was a managing general partner at Lehman Brothers when it went down the tubes and almost took every one of us with us, including Ben and myself, because I was there and I watched what happened, and Lehman Brothers started it all. He was on the board and he was a managing general partner.
Let me respond. First of all, Ohio does have an energy industry, but we're diversified. We're one of the fastest growing states in the country. We came back from the dead. And you know what? It works very, very well. And secondly, when you talk about me being on the board of Lehman Brothers, I wasn't on the board of Lehman Brothers. I was a banker, and I was proud of it. And I traveled the country and learned how people make jobs.
So there's that from last night. And here we are this morning. Joining me now, presidential candidate and governor of Ohio, John Kasich. Governor, welcome. Good to have you here this morning. That was just one of the sort of memorable exchanges last night. Were you expecting to be called out on the Lehman Brothers and the fracking last night? Were you ready for that?
Well, I've been called out on Lehman Brothers since I started running for office in 2010 for governor. And, you know, Martha, I had a two-man office in Columbus, Ohio, and if I could have bankrupted Lehman Brothers, I should be named Pope, not president. And so that doesn't bother me in the least. And frankly, the business of working at Lehman and traveling the country in Silicon Valley and, well, all over the country taught me an awful lot and gives me the confidence to know what to do when I became governor of Ohio, based in addition to the experience I had in Washington. And we've turned Ohio around from a really bad situation into a great growing state.
Yeah, you know, earlier this week, there were a lot of stories about the fact that you were sort of taking the gloves off and that you were concerned that the country's on the verge of nominating somebody who simply cannot do the job. And you pointedly brought up references to Ben Carson and references to Donald Trump in that category. Did you put any dent in them last night? Did you do anything to convince the American people of what you believe?
Well, you know, I don't know, Martha, but here's the thing. When we start talking about abolishing Medicare or making it voluntary, that scares the living daylights out of seniors, and it's not responsible. When we start talking about shipping 10, 11 million people out of our country, which, of course, is impossible to do, breaking up families, that's irresponsible. When we have tax schemes, they're going to add trillions of dollars to the debt, and we think we'll just kind of grow our way out of it. That doesn't make any sense. And that's just a few of the kind of things that have been said. And I would tell you this. I think the media overall has done a pretty darn good job. But I'll tell you where they haven't been good, and that is the analysis of what these programs and plans are. I balanced the federal budget with a team of people. We fixed Ohio, and I understand how all these programs work. And I'm going to continue to talk about it because we can't elect somebody, whether they're the establishment or the anti-establishment, that can't get this country back on track. I have a plan to do that, and I'm going to keep talking about it and the shortcomings of the other programs. Nothing personal.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and you know, but when you, just very quickly, you know, when you look at that, the thing that attracts so many people to Donald Trump is when he talks about the wall, when he talks about doing things that are, you know, sort of radical. People respond to that in a big way. I need a quick answer because we got to go back to the well here at the House, sir.
Yeah. Well, radical doesn't work. It's inconceivable that we would start to round up 10 or 11 million people and ship them out of the country. Of course, we need a wall, but the idea that we're going to deport all these people, it's ludicrous, and everybody knows it.